It just says connecting a bunch. Here it says connected to chat. Hopefully that means everything is good. I'll look and see to make sure though. And then we'll get going. Let me take a gander. Yeah, okay. So it's working. Sure. And then we'll get going. Yeah, I think we're in good shape. All right, cool. Cool. I am gonna move you guys a little bit though. Over here, because I feel like it may be a little bit more stable. So what we're gonna do today is clean up the shop area. This is like a 3 or 4 months of built up garbage. Not garbage. Not things I want to be, or I want to have taken up space on my bench. So I'm going to clean up the bench a bit today, and then we're going to plan out some Christmas stuff because I missed out on a good deal of Halloween prep this year. So we're going to start back with Christmas is going to be our first of our holiday gift preparation. I have a prototype that I built. Well, not a prototype. I shouldn't say that. A test run, we'll say, of a couple of Christmas tree candle holders that I gave out for Christmas gifts last year, and they went over really, really well. And my family really liked them. Well, I hope they really liked them. Maybe they were lying. But they seemed to go over well, so I want to make some of those and get them ready for production. So we're gonna clean the bench off, get the shop in order to get ready for work that we'll be doing over the Christmas season. So let me see here. Biggest issue is I've got a mess of tools. And now I need to test something I didn't do. I need to test and make sure that the chat is going to pop up if somebody happens to come by. I'm just doing this not scheduled, so it isn't at all planned or I'm just doing this not scheduled, so I'm just going to put a test message in. Okay, yeah, so it does. It's working. I just wanted to make sure that the chat was coming through so that I don't miss anything. So yeah, I actually, since I went live last, I mean, it was deep winter when I went live last, and it was cold. I was whittling, and since then I've put in 2 lights, LED lights, and we're gonna start putting in some more lights to get this place a little bit more brightened up, because it was pretty dark in here, to be honest with you. Pretty darn dark. But now we are okay, so that isn't dead. Okay, so I guess the first task at hand is getting my tools put up. Set that there. Kids are playing outside, so if you guys hear some screaming, you'll know what it is. Quickly, I think. So I was gonna use my Hollyland Lark M2 microphone set, but the receiver's charged, but the actual mics themselves are dead somehow. I don't know how one died without the other dying. They're in the same case, but yeah, they're dead. So we're gonna just press along here. Something cool about this. This stink bug on my bench here. Is he alive? Yes, he is. We're gonna shoot you on out of here, brother man. Get out of here. But yeah, this is my scroll saw, and a funny story about the scroll saw. I got this thing for free. I was cleaning out a house. They were doing some demos, and man, I found a scroll saw down there. I said, dude, no way. I'd been looking at potentially buying a scroll saw for a while and never pulled the trigger on it. And then here I am in the middle of this cleanup, or in the middle of this house being demolished, and you know, they just have a scroll saw sitting there. So, you know, I took it. Didn't steal it, I took it. Because it was going to go to the garbage anyways, right? So, okay, I just wanted to make sure where I could get back here and get things cleaned up. But yeah, man, I hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully everything's going well on your end. My mom's cat is out here being nosy, big time nosy. Do you ever get that place when you're cleaning something and you just don't know where to start? But also I'm a little bit weary because I was out here right at the beginning of September, or maybe August, beginning of August, and over here was like a 4 or 5 foot long snakeskin on the ledge. So we were gonna watch out, dude. I'm not getting bit by a snake. It's not gonna happen, man. Not gonna happen. I hope it's not gonna happen. I've got some other stuff I need to do, like pin up some cords. I can take down these temporary lights all the way around. But I'm gonna put some tools away, so I'm gonna go maybe a little bit off camera here. I don't know if you'll still see me or not, but I utilize negative space in my shop. Stuff on that. I utilize negative space right now in my shop, so we're talking about these ledges I put in specifically so that I could use them for tool storage. And it works pretty nicely. You know, my drills and stuff, and my sander and all that, just kind of chill on the ledge. So it's a good use of this space without having to put shelves on the wall and that kind of thing. Now that won't work long term because I'm gonna eventually, and it'll be working over the winter with this, is putting insulation in here and closing these walls up with paneling or pegboard or something like that. That will take away a lot of my shelving area that I wanted to do, because what I want to be able to do out here is I want to be able to woodwork in the wintertime, and like all seasons, right? And you can, but it is ultra cold. It's like ultra cold out here, right? So so yeah, we're gonna try and make it to where it can be, you know, you can do woodworking in the winter. So that's my plan. I actually have a 2 burner propane stove that I asked my wife to get me for Christmas last year that I'm going to put out here. I have to call my propane supplier and they have to come and run the line outside, and because I don't want to do it myself, because I don't want to deal with while it's very unlikely that it would burn the place down because it's mostly concrete anyways. I don't want to take that chance, so we're gonna make sure that if it's put in by a professional that knows what they're doing, so that I don't deal with potentially burning the place down. So let me see. Okay, where was I? I needed something to wipe shelves off with. But I don't know if I really have anything that I can do that with, so I'm gonna just dig around for a second and see. I need a shop. I need a shop brush, a shop broom, but I guess I'm not gonna be as lucky with that today. But I want to get my bench pushed back against the wall again. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take this out of there. But I want to get some batteries charged so I can actually do some projects. That's one of the many pitfalls of a woodworking shop, is that you're always dealing with charging batteries, unless you're one of those few people left out there that refuse to use battery operated tools. While it would be convenient to never have to worry about charging anything, it's also super inconvenient to always have to be tethered to a power source. So there's a 2x4 that fell down back here. I'm going to try and fish it out. Massive cobwebs, dude. It's kind of expected, I suppose. It's an outside shop, and yeah. Okay, you got that 2x4. Don't waste any wood, man. Wood is not cheap, and if you have a use for it, save it, because it doesn't come cheap. It's expensive to woodwork. So if you can get some use out of something, and you've got enough of a space to store it, I say store it. Get the bench back against the wall here again. So with this bench, I built it out of basically scrap lumber, and like it was all scrap wood. Like everything I put into this bench was scrap wood, except for the top. The top, I had a 3/4 inch piece of plywood that was intended to go on the inside of the front door behind you guys, and it was sitting in here. It was taking up a lot of space, so I needed to get a bench put together, and I was toying with the idea whether I was going to buy one or if I was going to build one. And I had a frame that I built for a set of shelves, and I had two of those. So I said, you know what, this is a pretty decent size for a good bench, so I'll just repurpose what I have. So yeah, we were able to reuse that. I had some casters that, and I don't remember where I got the casters from now, but I got them with something, and I already had the casters, so I went ahead and put it on casters. They're not locking casters, so it's not super stable, I guess, but it does the job just fine. And yeah, we ended up with a bench out of basically all scrap wood. Trying not to dirty myself up too much here. But of course that's inevitable, right? All right, let's see. Let me see here. Sit there for the time being. Anyways, this is the final resting place, but it'll get it off of my bench for now. Yeah, as you guys are coming in, man, don't be shy. Feel free to say what's up. Love talking to everybody. I love interacting. I love talking. I love woodworking, man. So. Yeah, it's been a little bit since I've been able to get out here. So I've got some cobwebs built up, pretty nice cobweb collection going on out here. So I built this shop myself. And I never built a shop before. I never built a building before, so I just did it. You know, I knew what I wanted, and I just decided, I said, I know what I want out of the shop. I know what I want to do in the shop, and rather than rely on someone to build it for me, or rely on somebody to dictate, how things are put together and how the shop layout is and all of that and how it's built. I said, you know what? I'll just do it myself, man. It'll be a good learning experience, and hell, it was, man. It really was. I learned a ton while I was building this thing, and I'm better off because of it. It's not supposed to go there, but I'm gonna put it there. Same with that. I try and keep all of my bits together, but I'm bad about unsnapping things, and then I get in a project, I'm like working hard, and I don't want to stop, and so I'm bad about doing that. I've got some 2-inch number 8s. But yeah, I was trying to stream out here. When was that? It was last spring, I guess. I was trying to stream in the shop over the winter, and I had real bad connection. Like I couldn't get and stay live. It would drop out to nothing, and it was choppy, going up and down all over the place, and it wasn't a good watching experience, that's for sure. So it looks like so far, look at this, there's some tools in here. This thing has seen better days, hasn't it? Still works, I guess, but and she's in rough shape. I've got another pair here. I don't have anywhere to store these for now, so I'm just going to stick them in a drawer. That's my classic move. All the tools I have nowhere for go in a drawer. We got another wire wheel, pair of pliers. This is a screwdriver that I got when I worked at Home Depot. Didn't even know I still had that. And this is my pride and joy here. This is my pride and joy, dude. If you guys have never had a ratcheting screwdriver, you're missing out. This is the DeWalt ratcheting screwdriver. And dude, I'm telling you what, it makes your life so much nicer. Ratcheting screwdriver, I'd put way up there. What is going on with my mustache? Goodness gracious. Got something weird going on there. Okay, we'll put all these hand tools away and some electrical tape. And these are my wrenches. Supposed to have been one of my wife's things. What she'll do is when she finds tools of mine, she'll just stack them up, and she's like, "Listen, dude, you need to take these to your freaking shop." So then here I am with tools in bags. Those on the ledge for now. A lot of this stuff is just garbage as well. Tripods and stuff too. Old sandpaper and empty bags of wood screws. Hey, I'll tell you, if you guys have any suggestions for a good wood screw brand that aren't utter trash, I would love to hear it. Because currently I use, what are these from? Who makes these? Hillman makes these. Made in, or they're out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Hillman makes like signs and keys and that kind of thing. But these are from Walmart. They're like $1.25 a bag. You get 8. But man, they're horrible quality. They strip out super easy. They're not, the head on them is not durable at all. And I'd love to have a screw that is durable, where I can actually not worry about stripping out every single time that I'm using them. And the problem is my local area, they use the same, or my local hardware store carry the same brand. So it's like I can't win. I've got garbage on all sides. But I do use a lot of them, even though they're not my favorite in the world. I do still use a lot of them. This is my 1-inch paddle bit. So it'd be nice to get the shop cleaned up, then I can actually get out here and not be overwhelmed when I go in to work on something. So I want to do all this woodworking, and I have these plans and things I want to do, but man, sometimes it's all about the area that you're in, right? So like you walk into your shop and it's a freaking wreck, you don't want to work in something like that, right? You're always demotivated as soon as you walk through the door. That's how I feel anyways. So getting the shop cleaned up is a big first step towards shop happiness. So I'm also going to try to sort through some of the usability of the scrap wood that I have right now, because I have some that I think is not usable stuff, but we're going to go through that. This was a template that I had printed out. I was going to use on the scroll saw to make a pumpkin or a lantern, a Halloween lantern. I never used this one, but I think honestly this has probably been the easier one. My problem is I've got a really big, I don't know what the number on this, but it's a pretty big scroll saw bit that came on this saw. So I went to Home Depot and I bought these scroll saw blades, not really thinking anything. You know, I knew that you wanted a small bit to make small, you know, micro adjustments or whatever. So I went and I bought these bits. It was like $10 for the package or something like that. So not too bad. But I'm not like a professional, so I was just trying to get something to get me there, right? And it turns out there's different lengths. So this is like a 3-inch scroll saw. So this blade is only 3 inches, and these bits here, or these here are like 6-inch 6-inch blades. So like they're double the length that I need. So I've got to get 3-inch blades in order to use this saw, and it works fine. You know, it works fine. It's not enough for me to actually need to go buy another one unless I got really into scrolling, which it is fun. I've got to say it's a pretty easy tool to pick up and use. It vibrates the hell out of your bench though, but it is fun to use. So I'll probably end up getting more into scrolling at some point. I wanna learn more about it, but yeah, that's kind of what I was gonna use this one. I ended up using a jack-o'-lantern and made a nice looking lantern, I think. Anyways, it's a little bit rough around the edges, but that's because you know, so am I, right? Yeah, it went well. I like it. I like scroll sawing for sure. Okay. This guy here, man, Kreg. The company Kreg makes some of the best jigs that I can think of in woodworking. And they have a lot of things that, like, they have something for, they have like everything you can think of. It's wild, man. This is one of my little saviors for lamp making. This is a Kreg jig that allows you to drill all the way 1/2 inch, 3/8, 5/16, quarter, 3/16, 1/8. So from a 1/2 inch hole to a 1/8 inch hole. And it's lipped to where it'll sit on the wood. Let me see if I have a one by something here. Yeah. So this is a little scrap piece. So this channel here sits in there, flushed up, so that whatever you do, as long as you've got this clamped down or held down, your drilled hole will be absolutely straight as an arrow. There's no way to mess it up. And it is one of the most clever jigs that I own. One of the best, like, this is like $12. One of the best $12 I ever spent to make sure that holes are drilled in straight down. And it works both ways. So, you know, if you want to do it on the face side, you know, you can just lay it flat and it lays flat on it straight down through. And then this one centers it over, you know, the edge grain, and then you can get that cut straight through, perfectly straight cut every time, or hole drilled every time. So ultra useful. Oh. This is something I think I'm gonna have to upgrade. Is my combination square. I use this a lot. One of those tools I think as a woodworker you really can't operate without one. I feel like it's like the probably I wouldn't say the most important tool in a shop. But what I will say, man, is I use the hell out of it. Lets you get a straight edge. I can get a 90. I can check for level. It's got the ruler, so you can get your 1 through 12 on there. Yeah, I use the absolute crap out of this thing, and this one cost me like $5 at Walmart. It's got a plastic base on it, so like, I worry sometimes that because it's plastic, I'm not getting a full, a full 90, like a true 90. So I am kind of always worried about that. So I'm always double and triple checking myself. But for probably, I don't know, maybe $20, you could probably get an all metal one or a pretty high quality one that would alleviate a lot of those stressors that I have whenever it comes to woodworking. Bum, bum, bum. We're making progress, dude. We're getting there. We're getting there. The bench is almost cleaned off, and that's what my main focus was today. Is get the bench workable at all costs. I have a fail here. I'll show you guys in a minute. Not a fail. I won't say it's a fail. It's not. It's not a fail. It's just something that I needed, tools that I didn't have at the time to make it work. So let me get rid of this. And I think I have all of the hand tools off the bench. Let me show you guys something. If you're looking for something that's going to cut anything, literally anything, these are Wiss scissors, but they're like heavy duty scissors, man. They're expensive, like $20 for this pair of scissors, but dude, they'll cut anything. Sharp as an arrow, or sharp as a tack, or sharp as an arrow. I guess you could say that too. We got some packing tape. We got this tape. What can I do with this? I'm always looking for nails and things to pin stuff on. That can go there. That can go there, I figure, for now. I was going to show you this. Sorry. I was going to... I still am. I have a bunch of pallets outside that I'm going to repurpose at some point. But I built this block because I wanted to make an ashtray, like a cigar, not an ashtray, a cigar and whiskey plate, like with a slot to put a cigar in, and then a hole, recessed hole to put in a whiskey glass. And I was making this for my father-in-law last Christmas, and I ran out of time. To be completely blunt with you, I ran out of time, but I didn't have a planer at the time, so I couldn't get it perfectly flat. I sanded the shit out of it, and it would just take forever. It was going to take forever to get this to where it needed to be. So I'm still going to use it for something, but I first, in order to do that, I need to get a drill press, and I don't have one yet. That is probably that and a bandsaw. I don't know which one is more important to me right now. I don't know. I still need to get a drill press, and I still need a bandsaw. I'd like to get a nice, like, larger bandsaw, so I don't want to get something that's real small, like an 8-inch or something like that. If I could get like a nice big 12-inch bandsaw or something like that I can make actually, big resaws on and that kind of stuff, I'd rather do that. But also, a drill press, I think, is more important for small creations, because, when you're looking at using Forstner bits and drilling down, micro, like half an inch into a board or something like that, can't do that with a hand drill, right? You've got to have a drill press, something stationary. So I think, I want to, based on what I want to start production on, I think a drill press might be my first purchase instead of the bandsaw. Although I want both of them. I want both of them. So these are 8-inch, or these are 2-inch 2s as well. I'm just gonna stick those in there. I'm trying to keep all these screws together so I know what I've got and what I still need. I've got some projects that I've got to be working on coming up. I have a repair to do on a lamp for my mother-in-law. And I feel bad because I put it in the back seat of my car and I forgot about it until literally last night. I was digging through I had to pick my sister up yesterday, so I was digging through, making sure that the seats were cleaned out, and that lamp was in a bag, and I said, dude, I feel like a butt. It's been months at this point, a couple of months that I've had it, and I feel bad about it, but I haven't even worked on it. Okay, we're about down to just pins and scrap wood on the desk or on the bench, so that's nice. I feel like we're getting somewhere. So let's see. So stuff like this. 2x4s that are cracked and breaking, that's garbage. This can even be garbage. I'll probably keep this though. Just gotta look at stuff, I guess. You don't you want to keep some things that can be usable, especially if they're not cracked in half. I mean, if they're cracked in half or they're oblong, you're not going to use them. That's one thing, but you never want to throw away if you can avoid it, just a small chunk of 2x4 can be used in, a lot of things, and stuff that you'll find yourself needing something like that, and then next thing you know, you're cutting 3 inches off of a 8-foot 2x4 and wasting. That kind of stuff. So what I've done is just kind of stacked up my scrap wood, and I've got to get this stuff in order, man. I've got to desperately get this stuff in order so that I know what I've got. Because I have no freaking idea, honestly. Lumber-wise, it's just I've got it everywhere. I've got to get sorted out what I have and what I don't. And that way I can also plan out what I'm doing going forward. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We're doing well. Bench is nearly cleaned out. Happy about that. Oh, this is trash. But hopefully down the road we can build this channel up. Make it into something cool. I want to start recording some videos and put out here for your viewing. Maybe displeasure. You might hate them. I would hope not. But you might hate them, right? Okay. trying to get everything sorted out. I got a mess of cords. I tried a streaming setup out here for a little bit with an old laptop that my wife had, and when I did that, the cords came with it, and I had so many cables, and a freaking absolute nightmare out here. It became. But I want to make this shop a place where I can, look at it as like a haven. I want to be able to come out here and have an escape. And so far, I won't say that it's not an escape, but I've not done a very good job keeping it copacetic. It's been a friggin' wreck, to say the least. It has been a nightmare. Something that I have never looked at. On this stream, is there like a category system on YouTube? Mm-hmm. I just wanted to see if there's a category. It's delayed, isn't it? What the world's going on? Let me disconnect from the Wi-Fi and go back into it. Have an escape. And so far, I'll say that it's not an escape, but I've not done a very good job keeping it copacetic. So it is working. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't like a category that I could go into or something like that. So I was just checking to make sure that I'm where I need to be. Okay, so we are in now officially in wood sorting mode, I think, for the most part. So this obviously is 1x, can be used for 100 things. We don't get rid of any 1x material. That stuff is like gold, and it is expensive gold. Now it is just pine, or so it's not like it's spider crawling around. Multiple spiders everywhere. Yeah, you don't want to throw away any 1x stuff, because this is good project stuff. You can make a lot of things out of a 1x. Like, I could think of 10 things I could make out of these two boards. So we're gonna get rid of that kind of stuff. Now we are dealing with a warp in this one, a little top piece, but nonetheless, man, 1x material is gold. Even that's usable. So keep all the 1x. We've got 2x, 4. It needs a trim off. Actually, it's got holes on both sides. Still usable, though. I don't don't like that it's got those holes built in, though. What was I doing with this stuff? I wanted to build a stool. That's what was going on. That's why I have these guys cut at the length that I do. I was trying to brainstorm a way to build just a basic stool that I could use and have sitting on my have myself sitting on it. So I cut these 2x4s, and I had another one that I needed to cut that I never got to. But I was just trying to figure out a way to use the scrap woods that I had to build just a stool that I could sit on without having to purchase it. Because I just want something, it doesn't have to have a back on it, just something that's sturdy, that can get me to where I don't have to always be standing here. I built this bench so that it was high enough to where I could work without having to bend over. So it's like mid-chest level with me, like rib cage level, I guess, and I can work on anything I need to, high or low, without bending over. That's what I wanted out of this whole thing, and it's perfect height. But sometimes I just want to sit down, especially when you're doing like scroll sawing, and down the road when I actually get the gumption enough to break open my lathe. Sometimes you might want to sit down when you're doing something like that too, or just designing project. If I'm just designing something, I want to be able to just sit down and do that. Okay, so I have a little bucket over here. I'm gonna use the bucket. To put the small stuff in. Small 2x4 and that kind of thing. Any 1x that I come across. Hey. So
I wander out here a little bit.
Well, it's not too cold.
No.
It's cooler in here though.
Yeah.
Trying to get on my string.
No. It's not really feeling Baja ready for it. Baja Blast or whatever they say. What you thinking?
I was just cleaning the bench off. I'm gonna start designing my Christmas projects. Get a head start on them before it becomes November. That way I might be able to get some and sell some stuff.
Yeah, I gotta get started on Christmas shopping too on that one. So I need you, if you want anything, I need you to send me a list.
I want it all.
Huh?
I want it all.
But what do you want all? Because I...
Everything. All at once. Here, I made you a wand. Guardium Leviosa. It's a good fetching stick. Our dogs are not fetchers, though.
Probably could be.
Yeah, I do not think so. He would. If you threw that stick at him in an open field, he'd keep on running.
Well, yeah, he would. He wouldn't come back.
Lose him forever.
That or until he figure out how to get back, probably, maybe. I don't know. I think he would come back.
I don't. I think he'd take off.
Well,
did you try a biscuit?
I did not. I'm going to make some coffee.
No. Wish I would have known you were coming out here. I would have asked you to bring me the broom and sweep some sawdust up.
That's all right. Personally, you need a broom for your workshop.
I know, but gotta use what I got in the meantime.
Yeah. So.
Just trying to get everything in order because I've kind of neglected the organization aspect of my shop for a while. What are you doing?
Just messing around in here.
Just trying to kill my trees?
No.
Kill all that stuff though. I wish. Nope, swinging in here.
Speaking of which, do you know how to fix a key fob? I need to fix one for my my starter to warm my car up back to work.
All I need to have is a battery.
Yeah.
It pops open and you change it. I changed the battery in my other one before. It's not hard. You just take a penny or something and pop it open and put the new battery in, clip it back together. So, I just have to look up and see what kind of battery it takes, or not look up, but we'll just have to take the battery out and see which one it is.
Yeah.
Buy some.
Okay, well, I'll leave you alone. I'll let you get back to your screen.
Can you just take the broom to the back door and throw it over the fence to me?
Can you bring it back in the house?
Well, yeah, when I come back in, I will. But I gotta sweep up this sawdust. It's becoming a wreck. I'm not gonna have any floor before long. All right. That was my wife. She doesn't like to be on camera very much. Although I wish she did. She does not like it very much. All right, here. Trying to think what I need to do with this guy. Charging my wireless mics. I don't know if I can plug those in midway to go or not. Unplug them for a second though, because I've got to get some reorganizing done here. I want to get these cords out of the freaking way, big time. Yeah, Granddaddy Longlegs. Oh. On the ground. Hold on just a second here, guys. I gotta go get that broom. I'll be right back. 2 seconds. Okay, we're back. We are back. We are so back. All right, man. Now I can sweep. I was smelled tomato plants. Trying to get this place swept up. Some of this dust. This is a common issue I'm gonna fight forever, probably, because I don't have dust collection in here, and likely won't have dust collection through the winter. I want to get one of those more affordable ones, like the Wind system. That's like a couple $100 would be cool. Or not Wind. What brand is it? Dust extractor, not dust collection. Sorry. Moves out of the way. It is Wind. It is Wind brand. I'm not crazy. And then Jet. Get this shop in order, man. I want to get to the point with the Christmas season coming up. I want to be able to get out here and get some real woodworking done. Build some stuff and try and generate a little extra income and hone my craft a little bit more. Not necessary to sweep it to 100%, but I'll tell you though, man, the amount of dust that I've made is astronomical. Nice little pile here. Doesn't have to be perfect. I just want to get most of it swept up and out of the way. These are like my main cords. Just little pieces of wood and sawdust all over the place. And about 100,000 spiders. We had in the top of my building. It's a two floor building. I built it so we could have a storage area up top. And over the summertime, dude, they thought it was a prime hangout. The bees did. Thought it was prime territory for hanging out, man. And I think there had to have been easily 500 bees in like 10 different nests upstairs when we pulled the Halloween decorations out. And I hadn't been up there since we put Christmas away. It's really the only holidays we decorate for, Halloween and Christmas. So I hadn't been up there in almost 10 months. And holy crap, dude, I'm not joking you. There were so many bees. I had to get up there. It was risky business. I had to get up there and knock the bees. Had to kill them with the wasp spray. Luckily, that stuff works quick. And it killed them. Like on contact, basically. It kills them on contact. But, yeah, dude, it was nuts. I could not believe how many bees were up there. And I didn't get stung once. So I was very fortunate. Okay. We're making good progress. Some of this stuff I did on my own, because when it rains, my shop sits at floor level, and it's not secure. Like it's not that it's not secured, but it's not watertight. So water rolls in underneath of the door, and I have to The only way to stop it is I pour sawdust, make it like a sawdust barricade. And that works, but it's a messy solution. Okay. Just sweeping the floor makes it seem a lot cleaner to me. Yeah, as I get this thing sorted out and cleaned up and, finished more, I want to start recording some videos to put up here on the channel. Because Stasis Woodworking can be something really cool. And I just got to get a space that fosters that. For those of you who don't know, if you're first clicking in here, Stasis, the meaning behind it is a state of equilibrium, is essentially what stasis means. And I first became aware of the word and started looking it up with Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I heard it there and I was like, man, that's a cool word. And yeah, and then so then out of that, Stasis Wooden Lamp Works was born. Oh, dude, I'm telling you what, it feels way nicer just having the floor swept up. Holy cow, man. So much room for activities, dude. Room for activities in here, dude. Hopefully you guys don't think I'm nuts. But I might be. I might be. Very well could be. I'm surprised that my battery is holding up pretty well. I've only used 11% in an hour. I'm not plugged up. I tried to stream off of my GoPro. I have a GoPro Hero 8 that I do a lot of filming on out in the world. And you can live stream from this, but it tethers your internet connection to the GoPro through your phone. It doesn't connect it directly, so the connection's like super wonky, pretty unstable for the most part. So it doesn't work out. I don't think it works out as they were intending.
Are you doing that on the court? We're just going on the court. Oh yeah, pumpkin. Alright, will y'all make sure you set that gate because kids can't go down there. Oh, you can't go without shoes on downstairs. You can come on the porch though.
Okay.
You will sit out here and just enjoy the weather. It's a nice day.
So let's see here, man. What was I doing? I'm gonna charge this battery. Actually, I have one charged all the way already. Huh. This one's charged. Set it there.
Alright, you going down? Now let you start to come up the back.
Garbage,
Go
garbage.
to the front.
Alright. Okay, y'all. Well, I think at that is enough. I think you guys have seen enough cleaning from me, right? So I'm gonna jump out of here, dude. I'm glad you guys stopped by. Everybody that have clicked in, dude, I really appreciate you guys. And then maybe we'll go live tomorrow, where we'll actually build one of my my Christmas tree candle holders that I built as a prototype last year, and that'll be pretty cool, man. So hopefully you guys will pop in, and we'll run through some ideas and try and build something on camera now that we're in a space where we can actually do it. And then I'm going to work on just a little bit more cleaning up some other parts of the shop where it's not as interesting, right? But hey, dude, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Cody with Stasis Wooden Lamp Works, and we'll see you all tomorrow for another stream. For now, take care.